All right, everyone, and welcome. Today I'll be showing you how to replicate Hansi Flick's style of play in FM26. And Hansi Flick, as a manager, is actually a believer of front foot football in the sense that he likes his team to take initiative. And his Barcelona team actually operates a high risk and explosive style of play. The team main aim is to attack and outscore the opposition, unlike other sides who tends to attack and defend. But Hansi Flick side is actually concerned with just attack, and his team is set up to attack and focus on chance creations, making his Barcelona team out opposition anywhere and at any time. His team is actually structured in a 4-2-3-1, but often shifts into a 4-3-3 as the game progresses, with positional rotation all across the pitch. His fullbacks actually provide width and drive forward, giving the wingers the opportunity to stretch the play or drift inside to create overloads in the central areas. While the two pivots, which is De Jong and Pedri, actually tends to help in build-up phases and ball progression, and tends to actually create chances from deeper areas and switch play to the wide areas as well. Okay, so that's that for that. And before I go in further, please, you can actually download the statistics in the description area, and please don't forget to subscribe, which is very important. And I really love if you do that for me and for the channel as well. And like and leave a comment. Thanks. So let's go in. So actually, Barcelona under Hansi Flick actually is a very, for team mentality, Barcelona under Hansi Flick is actually a very attacking side, and that's why I went for attacking mentality. And for player roles, in possession, Barcelona actually make it of a 4-2-3-1 in possession, and also a 4-2-3-1 out of possession, or depending on the shape that they play, which can sometimes be 4-2-4-3-3, and in the sense their pressing style, the out of possession shape is going to be a 4-3-3. So for in possession, and for today I'll be doing a combined screen where I will give you the combined roles. So for you can see the screen, but for player roles, the goalkeeper role, in possession, the goalkeeper tends to play, which is Duran Garcia, who tends to play as a ball playing goalkeeper in possession because he's expected to help in build-up phases, and as well as make those short passes and know when to go either long. And out of position is expected to play as a super keeper in order to, is in the sense that he's expected to step out of his lines and help to win balls or catch balls that has been played over his defense. And for the back line, the Barcelona actually makes use of a 4-man defense in the sense that they have 2 center backs and 2 full backs. And for the center backs, which is Arroyo on the left hand side and Kubasi on the right hand side, they tend to play in position as ball playing center backs in the sense that they are expected to make those short passes during build-up phases and also know when to go long and help in ball progression from defense to midfield and during build-up phases. So, but for out of possession, they tend to Arroyo on the left hand side tends to play as a stopping center back because he's expected to go into midfield and win balls that has bypassed his midfielders or that are a little bit close to him. So that's that. Therefore, for Kubasi, we leave him as a traditional center back because he's like more of a deeper role kind of player. So traditional center back, I see CB. And for your 2 fullbacks, which is Kunde and Balde, both of them tend to play as wing backs because they're expected to attack the wide areas and combine with the wingers as well on both flanks. So Kunde will be going as a wing back in possession, same as Balde on the left hand side, wing back in possession. The out of possession, both of them are still expected to defend their wide areas as well, and they're expected to press from the front. So both of them will be giving the player role of pressing fullbacks out of possession. Then for your two number 6 or pivot, which is De Jong and Pedri, they're expected to help in build up phases and ball progression from defense to midfield, and to acting as a link between them and uh, the attack area. So I went with two deep line playmakers in De Jong and Pedri. Deep line playmakers. They're out of possession. They're expected to act as DMs in the sense that they're expected to protect both the wide areas and the central areas in front of their defense. So, and doing ball progression, they're expected to stay like a little bit outside of the final third in order to make those great chances for themselves, or act as extra passing options, or shoot when they feel the time is right by themselves. So that's it. Then for your for your attacking midfielder and two wingers, on the right hand side we have Lamine Yamal. Yamal tends to play as a playmaking winger in the sense that it's expected to start from the wide areas and drift in, and as well as create chances for his teammates and for himself, and sometimes score, or sometimes pass the ball in order to for his teammate to score. So that's for the right winger. Is given the role of playmaking winger, that is PW. Then out of possession is expected to play as a winger in the sense that he's expected to track back and help, or both, and also is expected to help press from the front line, and whenever the ball is in the low block, he's expected to as well as assist in defense, defending the wide areas as well. Then on the left hand side we have Rafinha. Rafinha tends to start from the wide areas and drift into the central areas, where he can actually try to score by himself or create chances for his teammates, and as well as help to create central overloads in the final third. So we decided to give him the wide forward role, and out of possession is given the role of a winger in the sense that he's expected to do the same as Yamal from the front, defend from the front, and assist in defending the wide areas. Then for your number 10, which is sometimes taken by Olmo or Fami, they are both expected to play as attacking midfielders in the sense that they help to link the midfield with the attack, and as well as sometimes drifting a little bit deeper in order to create central overload in the midfield areas, and outnumber the opposition in these midfield areas. And out of possession is expected to play as the attacking midfielder as well, in the sense that it's expected to press from the front and as well as assist in defending the central areas. Then for our striker, which is Lewandowski or sometimes Ferran Torres, we decided to go with the deep line forward in the sense because he's expected to drop down a bit lower and help create that central overload and create passing options for his teammates, and as well as destabilize opposition defenders by making them drift out of position, thereby creating space for his teammates to attack the box and score for themselves. And as well, he's expected to also score when the chance arrives for him in the box. So for him, we decided to go with the in possession deep line forward. Out of possession went to the center forward for him. So that's that for team player roles in and out of possession. Therefore, individual player instructions for our goalkeeper, nothing special to give. Our two center backs decided to go for out of possession. Decided to go with trigger press more often, mark tighter, and tackle harder. Then for our two wing backs, which is Kunde and Balde, we decided to go with out of possession, trigger press more often, mark tighter, and tackle harder. And then for our two number 6, we decided to go with the player roles of out of possession, trigger press more often, mark tighter, and tackle harder. That's for De Jong and Pedri. Therefore, our two wingers, which is Yamal, decided to go with out of possession, trigger press more often, mark tighter, tackle harder. Then in possession, these are hardcore instructions that comes with the position, which is attacking with sit narrower, run from position, and take more risks in passing. Excuse me. Then for Rafinha, in possession, we went for freedom of movement, that's run from position, and out of possession went for trigger press more often, mark tighter, and tackle harder for him. Therefore, for Omo, he went with run from position in possession, make forward runs in order for him to attack the final third and the half spaces and the box in order to score for himself, and trigger press more often, that out of possession, mark tighter, and tackle harder. Therefore, our striker Lewandowski went for out of possession, trigger press more often, mark tighter, and tackle harder. So that's that for player instructions for our players. So to team visualizer in possession, you can see how the team shape is doing build up. You can see how the team shape is doing build up, how wide they are, because actually unlike other top side that plays possession style of football, that tends to be narrow and narrow in the sense so that to help with their pressing and also keeping the players close to each other in order for the team to have passing options. Barcelona tends to play a very wide style of playing, in the sense that they tend to stretch the pitch and stretch the opposition, their opposition. So that is it. During progression, you can see how the shape look like. You can see how it is, how the central areas are overloaded in the final third. Okay, for the out of position, you can see the low block, mid block, high press as well. So that's that for team visualizer. Then for team instruction, a persona in possession actually makes use of a shorter passing tempo. They tend to move the ball really fast, and they're only focus on how to attack the box and score as much as possible. Time wasting less often. They don't make use of that. Attacking transition, counter press, attacking width wider, like I said earlier. Unlike other top side, Barcelona doesn't actually play in narrow, the top possession team. Barcelona does not play in narrow attacking width. Instead, they make use of they tend to play wider by stretching the pitch and stretching the opposition. Play for set piece, no. Creative freedom, be more expressive in order to enable freedom of movement and player rotation or player positional rotation. Build up phases, they tend to play through press. Goal kick, they went for shot. Goalkeeper distribution went to center back. Supporting run, balance, dribbling, very encouraged because of Yamal and Rafinha. And play progress through. Barcelona actually doesn't have a particular area they tend to focus while attacking. They don't make use of the flank. They don't focus on attacking just one side of the flank or the middle areas. Instead, they attack from all angles. Go the left, the right, and the mid areas or the center of the pitch. Pass reception, we make use of pass into space in order to get lots of through balls and what have you. Patience, we went for standard. Shot from distance, we went to encourage because Barcelona people like Rafinha and Yamal tends to shoot from any angle that they see fit. And at times you get Pedri having the occasional shot, so that's why I went for shots from distance in order to create chances as well. Okay, crossing style, balance, goalkeeper distribution, speed, balance. That's that. Then for out of possession, we went for line of engagement, the high press, because Barcelona tend to make use of the high press. Defensive line, everyone knows Hansi Flick, Barcelona. They tend to play very, very, very high line. And I think high line will actually be one of the craziest in Europe. Trigger press much more often. Defensive transition, counter press. Tackling went for get stop in. Cross engagement went for stop crosses. Pressing trap. Barcelona tends to trap, protect the central areas, and then set traps for the opposition in the wide areas where they can now outnumber them over there. Short goalkeeper distribution. Barcelona tends to prevent the opposition goalkeeper from starting play from the back, and thereby forcing the goalkeeper to go long or take big risks to distribute shots, whereby he might actually miss his teammates and have Barcelona creating chances for themselves. Okay, defensive line behavior. Barcelona tend to make use of the step up more in the sense that they tend to reduce the space between their midfield and their defense. Okay, so that's that for that. And okay, I actually tested this style of play with some few samples and it worked really well. Preseason we had a 6-2 victory over PSG, where we dominated XG wise, shot wise, and shot on target wise with possession wise. Then in the league we had against Oviedo, we had a 3-3 draw. We actually had more of the shots, more of everything. We actually went to on a 3-goal lead within the within 24 minutes, but ended up drawing in the final minutes of at the last kick of the game. So that's just it, 3-3. Then against Elche, we had a 5-2 victory against Real Madrid in Santiago Bernabeu. We actually went on a rapid speed by scoring 3 goals within the first half before seeing things out in second half. Then against Real Sociedad, we had a 3-goal victory. Chelsea, we had a 3-3 draw, where we actually came from 2 goals down to draw in this before the halftime, before Palmer actually scored the third goal, and then we came in the second half, had a red card, but still ended up drawing the game. So it's actually a very attacking style of play, and this is just my opinion on how to set up the Hansi Flick style of play in FM26. So thanks very much. See you in the next video. And please don't forget to subscribe. Basically, just subscribe. And I really appreciate it if you can do that because you'll be pushing this channel and you'll be helping me as well and the channel. Thanks very much. See you in the next video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thanks very much.